Story 3. I caused a haunting. My birthday is October 21st, and I'm absolutely obsessed with horror/Halloween things. This was almost 11 years ago, and I spent a lot of time trying to forget it, so it's foggy, but the details are close enough. For every birthday for as long as I can remember, I've done a Halloween theme. When I was younger, I'd have a sleepover party, and we'd watch scary movies. For my 13th birthday, we of course did the same thing. We ended up watching a few movies that night, but the one main thing we were doing was The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I remember that one.
That was a good movie.
A quick detail, my aunt was living with us at the time. The entire night, she was saying some weird things. I don't even remember what, but it was like, doing stuff like this is just asking for bad attention. But most of the night was uneventful. Around 1 a.m., we started the Exorcism movie. During a high-tension part, for those who haven't seen it, it would be the part where she leaves her dorm and looks outside and she's walking through the hallway. My dog, who is in a different room, starts howling. He never in his life howled before or after that night. A little later on, my aunt came upstairs. She didn't say much but stayed a while. When we got closer to the end, another high-tension part, I half remember a barn and demons naming themselves. My aunt, without saying a word, jumps up, and the exact second her feet hit the ground, our power went out, but only in the living room and my bedroom. This wasn't too alarming because it did that pretty often, but usually not at night. I only know my bedroom went out because my alarm clock was messed up. My aunt flipped the breaker and everything was fine. We didn't finish the movie. We put on SpongeBob and fell asleep. The next day, 2 of my friends left really early. We were going to go out to the lake, but they left before we had a chance to talk about it. My best friend stayed all weekend. Nothing really happened, but the house felt heavy that day. About 3 weeks went by and nothing happened. Eventually, though, I started having horrible dreams, especially about one thing. It was this woman, very tall, in a semi-simple dress. I could see the lines and the features, but it was just a shadow, like a 3D type shadow. I would dream things like running through a forest or falling down a hill, and she would always be watching me. I wake up covered in scratches, but clearly self-inflicted. They would be deeper every night. We tried everything, cutting my nails really short, taping gloves to my hands, my mom sleeping with me. She worked 12 hours, 6 days a week, so she could not stay awake to watch me, but because she was tired. Eventually, getting to a point, they were on my neck, and the school was asking questions. We even had CPS come to our house and ask if I was safe. My mom was with me, and we told them the truth about my dreams. They put me into therapy. This went on for about 8 months. My brother had really bad nightmares too, but nothing specific and nothing often. Eventually, we up and moved. Like, literally, I went to bed one night like normal, and I woke up, and my mom had mine and all my brother's stuff packed. We went to my grandma's house after school, and we never went back to the house. My mom moved a few weeks later. It took 2 months to get into a new house. The dream stopped instantly, and the scratches cleared up within a few weeks. I haven't had an issue since, except I have horrible insomnia and anxiety that started around that time. We did have one more visit with CPS after moving, and I did a few more months of therapy. I think they all chalked it up to extreme anxiety, except we were never able to find a cause. My husband and I recently moved into an apartment that is a few blocks away from that house. Within 3 weeks of moving in, I started scratching myself.
Ooh.
Although I didn't dream about her at all. We were on a month-to-month lease, so we only spent 2 months there and then moved out. I did bring it up to my mom last week, and she told me the reason she moved us to my grandma's was because she was sitting in the living room after putting us to bed, like 10 minutes after we went to sleep. And she watched a tall, shadow-like woman walk through the hall, stop, looked into my brother's room, and then went into mine. My mom went in after it, and when she got to my room, she heard, "You already lost her." She turned on all the lights and started panicking. Ooh, I just got like chills. That's so scary.
That's scary.
Kind of a boring ending, but I've been questioning a lot lately. Could it have just been anxiety, or was it real? I've never experienced anything else that I would consider supernatural.
That is.
And the fact that, like, you started scratching yourself when you got even close
to
the house.
Yeah, and no nightmares, but the fact that you started scratching yourself without the nightmares is even more alarming.
Yeah.
Because, like, what are you dreaming about?
What's happening?
Then? Yeah.
Oh my God, this is horrifying.
The fact that she would dream about a lady watching her or following her, and then her mom saw a woman go into her room.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
And then that bitch turns around and is like, you already lost her.
Sorry, I got here first.
She's fine.
Stay away from her. It's not her time. Terrifying. Terrifying. I will say, so The Haunting of Emily Rose is a super, super scary. It's very scary. But I have heard a lot of stuff about how people had problems after watching this movie.
Really?
Because there's multiple parts. So they speak Latin, like chants and stuff. But there is that part where they're trying to exorcise her and they're asking what demons are inside. And she starts saying all of these different demons.
Yeah.
And she's like naming them, which is one of those things where you're like, not supposed to do, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're like trying to invoke them, which is what they're doing in the movie, it could be invoking them on the other side.
Yeah.
In theory.
Especially on Halloween, the veil's thin, it's calling out.
Exactly.
Man, I bet demons are so busy on Halloween night.
They're just kidding. Hello, which one do you want? Okay, I'm sending Beelzebub. Hello, which one do you want? Okay, I'm sending Asmodeus.
That's what I imagine.
There's a receptionist.
Yeah.
She looks like the receptionist from Monsters, Inc.
That's exactly what I was imagining. I was like, they're on the scare floor. They're like, ah, shit, get the doors.
Googly moogly. Yeah, no, that would be so scary.
Oh my God.
And that, again, not to bring up Hell House again, but that reminds me of Hell House because it's like how Nell, when she was younger, she would have all these dreams and experiences of the bent neck lady, and then she doesn't have them for a really long time.
Right.
And then she is an adult. She gets sleep paralysis, like, kind of often. It's not too often, and her husband always helps her through it. But then she has that sleep paralysis one night where she sees her husband get up, and she sees the bent neck lady.
Yep.
And we all know what happens then.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Like watching that, because, like, I was so scared of the Bennett. Like, even now,
Yes.
I'm scared of her. But then seeing what happens, it just takes your heart and rips it out, and it's still kind of scary.
It's
but it, like,
so
crushes
sad.
it. Oh
Yeah,
my
it
God.
is so sad. And I 100% understand why Nell went back to the house.
Yeah.
Because I would too.
Yeah.
If that was me and I watched my husband die like that, running back to the house.
Yeah.
Hey, you got him? I'm going to stay here too.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Watch it if you haven't watched it. What are you doing?
Please
that's what
watch it.
PSA.
This is what the whole episode is about. Haunting of Hill House.
Please watch it. Let us know what you thought.
I can't ever say I've had an experience watching, and I've seen a lot of possession movies, and I've never experienced anything, knock on wood, but I also have an entire deck of tarot cards that is demons.
Yeah.
Every single card is a different demon.
Yeah.
And I've read them all, and I haven't had anything, but maybe it's because I'm not...
I wonder if you're like...
Please come to me!
Right. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay. If the area they're in is already haunted and it's just making it a little easier for whatever's there to become a terror.
Yeah. I don't think there's really anywhere in the country or in the world that's not haunted, theoretically,
Yeah, it's just like varying degrees of haunt.
Everyone has died somewhere. And I'm sure
very
there's a
poetic.
lot of there's a lot of malice in a lot of places from people that have died, you know? I mean, all of this land that we're on right now is stolen land and built on blood and despair, so...
Yeah. It's so true. Yeah. How scary.
How scary indeed.
Damn, that's so crazy.
I don't think you caused it, though.
I don't
wouldn't say
the
that-
title is,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
a
you
little
caused the
misleading.
haunting. I think her aunt being like, you're asking to be haunted by watching this movie,
kind of
probably put
implanted.
that in her head.
Yeah. That makes sense, but you definitely didn't cause that. If anything, the house was probably already a little bit on the border, and then maybe watching that movie kind of like ripped the seal a little bit more, and so that's why it started happening. And
I imagine just like a can of Pringles and just rip that seal
and pop it open.
Yeah.
But maybe this demon only has a radius, so it attached itself to OP, and then OP moved away from that radius, and then she moved back inside that radius, and that demon was like, oh, I've been waiting for this.
I just imagine it's like on the border. It's like,
go back. Banging. Then she like gets a little tingly sensation one day. She's like sitting and like watching a rom-com, like crying, eating popcorn, like the one that got away. Like never got over it. And all of a sudden she gets a little tingle and she like feels her phone and she's like, oh my god, her location popped back up. I see her location. She's back. She's back.
Imagine like the Mariah Carey singing, it's time.
Yes, exactly. You start hearing like jingle bells, but it's actually like bells of hell. She starts like galloping or like skipping over to her house. And she's like, the first night she goes to sleep and she's like, oh, thank you, Satan. Thank you for giving me this.
With her little basket full of terrors to scare
she's
you.
Like, starts scratching away like a cat on her scratching pose.
Literally.
A brand new scratching pose. She's like, yes, yeah.
I hate this for you. I hate that happened. But yeah, probably exactly went down.
Yeah, exactly. We know. Yep. We saw it.
Mm-hmm. We were there. We actually are. Just kidding, we're not.
We are the receptionists for the demons.
We sent her here. No, we didn't. But. Spooky AF. Yo, we got the same birthday. Cute.
My first girlfriend, her birthday was Halloween.
Nice.
I thought that was very cute.
Yeah. I feel like that's very on brand for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?